Hello, 8th grade math people. Today we are blessed to be able to do section 2.4 together. And there's a lovely table that you're looking at that has the probability of rain and two different main attractions at a resort. One is called Big Fun Amusement Park, and the other one is called Get Real, a movie place. So as you can see, the more likely it is to rain, the amusement park is going to have less people, and the movie is going to have more people. So we're going to find a linear equation for both of these. And in order to write a linear equation, the form of the linear equation is y equals mx plus b. So you need to know the y-intercept, which we actually know because we are given the 0. So this is the y-intercept for the Big Fun Amusement Park, and this is the y-intercept for the movie theater. So this is your b, so we know the b. So next we just have to find the slope. So essentially you're going to pick any two ordered pairs and do the change in y over the change in x. So one of the ordered pairs you might want to pick would be the 0. And then as you can see, we're just looking at the Big Fun. It's perfectly going down by 150 every single time, but that is as x goes up by 20. So if we pick the first 2 points, our ordered pairs are 0 giving 100,000 and 20 giving 850. So once you have your two ordered pairs, you drop the line here, and you're going to do 1,000 minus 850 over 0 minus 20. So 1,000 minus 850 is 150. 0 minus 20 is negative 20. And 150 divided by negative 20 is going to be negative 7.5. So remember, as x goes up by 20, y is going down by 150. So up by 20, down by 150. That's how we just got the 2150. And then when you divide that out, 150 divided by 20, this is your unit rate. That means as x goes up by 1, y goes down by 7.5. So every percent chance increase of rain, you lose 7.5 people. So our equation would be the attendance at the amusement park is equal to negative 7.5 times percent of rain plus the b, the starting amount, which is 1,000. So essentially, if there's no rain, you will get 1,000 people there. All right, the second one is the movie. So again, we can take two ordered pairs, and it doesn't matter what two you choose. To quickly analyze here, we are adding 40 every single time in the y as x again goes up by 20. So if you want to look at your two ordered pairs, 0 gives 300 and 20 gives 340. So you would do the change in y, so 300 minus 340, remember these are your y's, divided by the change in x, 0 minus 20. So you have negative 40 over negative 20. You can cancel the zeros and you get 2. So this is telling you that the attendance at the movie increases by 2 people as the percent of rain increases by a percent. And you start off with 300, and if it's 100% chance of rain, your maximum is 500. So we have our two equations. Suppose there's a 50% probability, what is the expected attendance at each attraction? So let's rewrite these equations right here. So the first one was attendance negative 7.5 x plus 1,000. So this is the park. And then the movie was equal to 2 times the percent plus 300. So you're going to need to put your percent in. So 50%. And negative 7.5 times 50 is negative 375. And if you take 1,000 minus 375, you get 625. So that means this ordered pair is 50 gives 625 people. A 50% chance of rain, 625 people will show. So you can put 50 right here and put 625, and that's looking pretty right on. And then over here, 2 times 50 plus 300 will be how many people at the movies. So 100 plus 300 is 400. So 50% chance of rain will give 400 people at the movies. And again, 400 plugging in right there looks right on. That is amazing. Great plugging in. Now it says, suppose 460 people visited Big Fun. What do you think the probability of rain was that day? So this time the 460 is going to go in for the park attendance. So 460 equals negative 7.5 times the percent, this is your x value, plus 1,000. To solve this, you want to undo the order of operations. So first you're going to subtract 1,000. What you do to one side, you must do to the other side to keep the balance. So 1,000 minus 460 is 540, negative. And then you need to solve for x, remember this is your x, by dividing both sides because a number next to a letter means multiply. So you would need to divide by 7.5, negative. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So 540, negative, divided by 7.5, negative, is actually going to give you positive 72. So 72 is the percent. So if there's a 72% chance of rain, 460 people will be at the amusement park. That's the ordered pair solution. In fact, you can go back to the table, and 72 would be 460. That makes sense. If at least 360 people were at the movies, at least 360, so that means that 360 is less than or equal to at least 360, the 2 times the percent plus, I keep forgetting that number, 300. So we're going to solve this. You solve it the exact same, you just sort of keep that inequality there. So subtract 300. 60 is less than or equal to 2 times the percent. Again, this is your x. And then you need to isolate the x, get it totally alone. So to undo 2 times x, you would divide by 2. So 30 is less than or equal to x. I'm just going to rewrite that with the letter on the left. See how the Pac-Man is eating the x? The Pac-Man is still eating the x. So what this is reading is that x is greater than or equal to 30. That means the percent of rain is 30 or higher to have at least 360. And then again, if you just want to check your table to make sure that makes sense, 30 giving you at least 360, and that does. And one last problem on this beautiful day. Is there a probability of rain for which the attendance is the same over both attractions? So essentially, we're trying to figure out if, let's look at the equations again, negative 7.5% plus 1,000 and I'm just going to write over here that x is the percent. I'm going to write an x because I just want it to be easier for you to solve. And then 2x plus 300. So they would have to be equal to each other. All right. So this problem, we have solved them before. Essentially, you want all the letters to take over one side and all of the numbers to take over the other. You have 4 right first steps that you can do. So I really like my letters on the left. I'm going to move the 2x first. That does not have to be your first step. In fact, you could actually pause right now and see if you can solve this for x, and then see if you get the same thing I get with whatever you want to do for your first step. So if you're following me, we have negative 9.5x plus 1,000 equals 300. And then you're going to subtract 1,000. So negative 9.5x is 700. Negative. And then you're going to divide by negative 9.5 to isolate the x. And then the x, which is the percent, gives you 73.684. So what this means is if the chance of rain is 73.68%, you will get the same number of people in both. And if you want to test to make sure you did that right, you can do your 2x plus 300, plug in 73.684, so 2 times 73.684 plus 300 is 447.368 people. And then if you plug it in with the other one, you have negative 7.5 times 73.684 plus 1,000. So 75 times 73.684 and that gives you 552.63 negative plus 1,000 is 447.37. So check that out. Same number. So that has to be correct. So you know you've done this right. That's the point that they cross if you were to graph both of these, which we're going to get to soon. So if you wanted to try to graph them, you could make a table of each, but we are going to stop for today and just be so proud of our accomplishments. Have a wonderful evening.